This podcast is a part of the Royal We Network.
Spit on me.
One thing I've never understood, you don't even listen to like thug music or like rap music, and they act all tough, but they're still singing.
Who?
Anyone who's acting
Yeah.
tough in a song is still singing a song and not doing something tough.
True.
Like singing a song about how tough you are.
Is kind of not tough. It's kind of the least tough thing you could do.
Right.
Because bards of old weren't necessarily tough.
No, they were talking about the other tough dudes.
Yeah, they were the opposite of tough. They just sang the songs. So yeah, so singing songs about being tough doesn't necessarily make you tough.
That's what I've never understood about like gangster rap music. Like those guys are like, yeah, I get bitches and I shoot people and I sell drugs. I mean, it's
right.
better. It's more put together than that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's nice to listen to, but the idea of like, oh man, he's so hard. He raps about.
I think you think people listen to that and think they listen to it because they think, I want to be like that. I wish this.
I want to be that hard.
If I want to be that hard.
But it's an odd concept.
Yeah, I don't understand how they get the money to start rapping anyway. Is it through murdering and drugs? You have to do that first and then it gives you the money? Because you see people, and a lot of times their very first rap video, they've got a big house and a big car and a bunch of gold chains and you know what I mean? They're living the life already and their first song's about all that stuff. So it's like, what'd you do? Did you take out a loan to get all this shit so you can be, I want to be a
Imagine
rapper?
that conversation with a banker.
Yeah, I gotta get hard, G. I gotta get hard. I need this loan, but not at that percent rate.
No, that shit is bullshit.
It's gotta be lower.
Get out of my face.
Yeah, because I need a big white house and a big red car and a bunch of girls with some big old asses. But I don't know any, so I'm going to have to pay them.
You're doing an accent of a gangster.
A gangster?
Yes, that's the accent you're doing, G.
What's that?
I need a bunch of fat asses.
I need fat asses, see? I need a
white-
big red car, see?
I need a white house and a red car, see? The asses, they must be fat. I don't know. So, we're here today.
Yeah.
To celebrate a special day in both of our lives. We're here joined in holy podcastery.
Holy mattress money.
Holy mattress money to celebrate my brother.
Yeah.
Ben. He recently donated some money to the podcast.
Yeah.
He's been supporting us. He's been paying for our hosting.
Yeah, so we can keep putting this nonsense out. We told him we'll do an episode where we just talk about stuff that you like.
Only things that interest him. So rap, done.
Yeah. So we think, oh, that was one? See, I think these will appeal to everybody. I was kind of worried about it at first. I was like, does he have weird taste that no one is going to like put people off as opposed to any of the other nonsense we talk about?
Let me describe him for those that are listening at home.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. He's a big boy.
Powerful man.
Powerful. He's got the biggest hand. I think he has the biggest hands of anyone I've met.
Andre the Giant. Oh, you never met him.
I never met Andre the Giant. No, but his hands, like, I think you're taller than he is, but he's got about a little bit bigger hands than you.
And I've got big hands.
And you have big hands. And his hands are bigger than your hands.
My hands are like Rockbiter's hands.
Rockbiter?
Yeah, from Neverending Story.
Mountain?
Yeah, my hands are like Rockbiter's hands. Anyway,
His hands are bigger.
and my big toes look like the Hulk. Anyway.
So he's a big boy. He's also got a man bun recently, which he loves.
Yeah.
All he does is all day is send me pictures of his man bun.
It's pretty great. I almost got one.
Yeah.
Mine would be a sprout. Mine wouldn't be a bun yet. It would be a band
Right now,
sprout.
your hair looks like the bad guy from the Fat Element.
It's ridiculous. It's so long and out of control. I feel like Bill Murray from Kingpin.
Oh
When
my
he's-
God.
when
He's got that
when
ridiculous
it's-
comb
Yeah,
over.
when it starts going crazy and it's like sticking out, like because the wind will blow. And I like slept on it weird last night or something. And now this one side of my hair, like it sticks out like 7 inches off the side of my head. I can't fucking tame it.
I'm looking right at it.
It's crazy. It's like a big snake coming off.
It's not so bad. It's really not so bad. I mean, it's a little bit weird looking,
It's
but
stupid looking.
it's stupid.
It looks stupid.
Well,
But whatever, there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, I could
haircut?
go
You can go get a haircut?
I've tried 3 times and they turned me away. Like
when I first moved to Taiwan, independent of you having moved here, you said to me the biggest concern you had was how are you going to get a haircut?
It's the first thing I said to you,
You've lived here almost a year,
and I've never gotten a haircut.
not a single one.
It's so long. It's the longest my hair's ever been. And I actually
Now?
Yeah. Well, no, probably it was a little bit longer. Right before we went to Australia, I cut like an inch off of it on my own, which was a mistake. It's probably why it's doing all this crazy shit. I put it up in a big bun on the top of my head and just cut a whole like inch of it off. And then when it fell back, I took the rubber band off and it fell back normally. It was all jacked up because it was all different lengths. So like the hair on the top, I jacked it up. I got to get a haircut. But I've tried a couple times. The one lady, one lady just blatantly told me no. She went, no, I can't cut your hair.
What does that mean? mean, though?
I don't know. It's like, yeah,
So
you
different
can.
about your
It's-
hair.
I don't know. Maybe because it's longer, but I don't get it. I guess I have to go to a salon. Because then I went to another place and they said, no, I can't do it. You have to come back later because the only person that can cut your hair doesn't work till later. But then we left town.
And then we left the country.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I've got haircuts, but the thing is, I know how to say I don't care in Chinese. So
Right.
they're like, I'm like, I don't care. And they're like, all right, that's fine.
Maybe it's because they see it and it is so long. They're like, what does he want?
So he likes rap music.
Yeah, back on track.
Basically, my little brother is Action Bronson in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. In a lot of ways, he's Action Bronson. He's got a big beard. Mm-hmm. He's got big hair. Well, Action Bronson doesn't have big hair. He likes rap music. I said that already.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy. And here we are doing a podcast about him. Well, let's get into it.
Let's go.
We're here joined today to talk about, did you know that in China,
Yeah, here we go.
you may have heard me the other day in my room laughing about something.
Uh-huh.
I think you heard me go, whoo!
Oh, yeah, I did.
And I recorded it. This is really more pertinent to my life than it is to Ben's life. But
You think you'll enjoy it.
I think he'll enjoy this. In China, you can take out a loan.
To start a rap group.
Well, you just take a loan. You take a loan out.
Uh-huh.
And as compensation for the loan, you give the bank nudes of yourself.
No.
You give them naked pictures of yourself.
What is China? That of all the things that were running through my mind, that was the last. That wasn't even in there. What are you? What a bunch of perverts!
And based on how attractive you are, the bigger the loan amount you can get.
You have read some baloney,
I read it. That's on there.
dude.
And it's for student loans.
Oh my god! No, my lord. But is that because they're not allowed to watch porn? See, I think that's what happens when people can't watch porn and relieve themselves. You get priest fucking little boys, and you get bankers in China having college girls and boys send them nudes to give them money for college.
But the
that's
thing
like the plot for pornos, where it's like I need money for college, and be like, oh, I can help you out, but
If you're gonna get, but the thing is, what if you just don't care? Okay, send them out. But I bet you, I think people in China are more honor bound. Like their family's gonna see them.
Oh, they keep them, so if you don't pay them back, they release the nudes.
They release the nudes.
Okay,
No, yeah, it's not compensation. They're not taking the nudes as payment.
that's what I understood.
Oh, no.
But that's it's still all the way around. That's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Oh my. Okay.
It's a thing in China. The thing is, I'm like, okay, send my family pictures of my dick. That's worth 60
Send them
grand to
your
me.
family.
Give me 60 grand.
See, people go nuts in America when there's like this past election. I will get into it, but people went bonkers.
Okay.
No matter who you're for, whatever, who cares?
Okay.
Be thankful you're not China. Or, be thankful America isn't China. At least you have a government.
I wish.
At least you have a government.
They do.
But it's that crazy that where the government doesn't give a shit that like that's the thing. That's a thing.
To be honest,
And they also censor, but that's so strange because like the censorship and
think about this, man.
Yeah.
How much money would I have to loan you that you would be okay with me sending pictures of your nude body to your mom?
it's my mom. She's seen my nude body as a baby.
Yeah. I think I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, if my parents.
How about let's just put it up on Facebook? They change your profile picture to just a
naked
nude
picture
picture
of
of
me?
you. Like not flattering, just like you standing like
Like I've been kidnapped and they've made me take that picture.
Exactly. Like, you
Like
just
I've been trying to take out a loan in China.
like a picture, like I've taken a picture of my nude body to secure a loan in China. Like
Yeah.
that kind of nude picture.
Just naked and not happy about it. I mean, I would
naked and not happy is a funny look.
naked and not happy. Yeah. Because usually when you're naked, you're fine with it. So when something happens that suddenly makes you be like, damn it, I wish I wasn't naked, and you're not happy about it, it's the worst. You're like,
And there's
shit.
photography involved.
Yeah.
And I'm in China.
You probably have to sign a paper.
I can't read Chinese.
Yeah. How'd I get here?
Why am I naked?
I came here to eat fucking Szechuan food.
I have so much money.
Got all this money and they're going to put my... But if you change my Facebook picture to that, I would be mad. But then, like, it's one of those things, like, once that happens, you can't change it. Like,
But I changed your Facebook picture to that.
That's
That's
me.
also give you $60,000 US.
I'll let you do it. Whatever. I mean, I can change it back a little bit, right?
Yeah, but like when the damage has been done.
Yeah, if it's out there. We all got buttholes.
What the fuck kind of pictures, nude pictures are you taking? you just showing us your butthole?
I don't know. I've never been to China. I don't know what the process is. You'd think it would be they'd make you take some unflattering things, but I guess like you said there, it may just be the fact like that's so strange to me.
Yeah, I would be completely. That guilt system wouldn't work on me.
No, I'd be like,
If I stop paying these payments, all the only
is that the only ramification?
And they're gonna break your legs probably.
Oh yeah, I was there. They're going to shoot you. They'll send out the fucking bank death squad.
Not only will you die, but then your body will your naked body will be sent to your parents.
Right, the Chengdu Mutual Death Squad. Squad coming to kill you and send naked pictures up on your Facebook.
To be honest, though, I don't know any of that is even true.
Of course.
I found it on the internet. I saw it as a thing.
I found it on the internet.
That is the same internet in which I went down a rabbit hole of rabbit holes the other day, where I was just watching fast food training videos on YouTube.
Yeah, you started sending them to me. It was like role reversal for a little bit. I'm like, I'm supposed to be the one sending in bullshit.
Just nonsense all day.
And I kind of felt like how you must feel all the time. So I was like, okay.
Dude, did you see the Snoop Dogg one?
The Snoop Dogg one for what was it? Burger King, wasn't it?
And he did not give any information.
No. He just kept saying shizzle and mizzle, dizzle, bizzle. And he kept rhyming everything.
Yeah.
And he didn't make a single hamburger. He didn't tell anybody how to make hamburgers. I don't know any. I'm no smarter.
No.
That had to be more of a promotional thing.
But what? How flush with cash is your company that you're hiring celebrities to do your training videos?
It's Burger King.
They're the king of burgers.
They're the king. They're up there. They're in the big three, man.
What's the three?
McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King.
No. It's got to be McDonald's, KFC.
I said burgers.
You didn't say burgers. You just
I
said
not?
the big three.
But we were talking about, you said king of burgers, and I was like, yeah, they're in the big three.
I don't feel like Wendy's is in the big three, man.
But they're everywhere.
Not here.
Okay.
Burger King is.
Burger King and McDonald's.
They are.
So Burger King, or the McDonald's, Burger King.
There's no other burger joint here. I mean, there's most burger, but that's not in America.
No. But you're right. I'm mainly speaking about like in America. But then, but you've branched out overseas. That means that proves that you're big threeness. So the third burger place.
What's the big threeness of the fast food?
Just of fast food?
Of fast food. What's the threeness?
Well, there's different tiers because you'd start getting the stuff like Captain D's and Long John Silver's.
What's Captain D's? I never even heard of Captain D's.
You've never heard of a Captain D's?
No way.
Oh, it's like a better Long John Silver's. It's like
What's Long John Silver's?
You're lying.
I am.
You got me upset for a second. I was like, what?
I've never had it.
It's fine. It's just ultra fried.
I'm going to say McDonald's is clearly the king of the fast food game.
I would say so.
It's on lock for them.
Yeah.
KFC's in the running. KFC's up there.
The reason you know that things, because it's become so mechanized or
mechanized.
Yeah, mechanized is because no matter where you are in the world, a Big Mac is a Big Mac and it tastes like a Big Mac.
Yeah.
It tastes identical no matter what far reaches of the planet you go to. If there's a McDonald's that will have a Big Mac and it will take, or a quarter pounder, they might call it beef fort, which is what they call it here.
They don't call it that.
They call it a beef fort.
The translator that you used changed the beef fort. That's because the reason is because hambao is how you say hamburger in Chinese.
Right.
But it doesn't mean anything. It's just a phonetic translation of the English word.
Right. I get that.
Hambao means beef fort. Well, it doesn't because ham is fire leg.
Yeah.
Well, no. Now I'm getting confused.
Fire leg.
Like if the ham.
I get it. It's a big ham hock.
Yeah, but I got confused. I'm the sound hambao.
Hambao. You thought it was made of actual ham.
Yeah.
Like an old Seinfeld joke. What's the deal? It's not even made of ham. Bow.
So what do you say? What's your top three? McDonald's number one.
McDonald's number one.
KFC number two.
They're everywhere too.
I'm gonna throw Domino's as number three.
Dude, Subway is everywhere too. Subway is all over Europe. It's all over here.
Ooh.
Subway. You would never think, but it is.
Ooh.
Because I used to seek out Subways for man sex.
I used to seek out Subways.
I used to seek out Subways to use their restrooms because in Europe, it's either you have to pay to use the restrooms.
You used to seek out Subways while you were in Europe? When were you like living in Europe and you didn't have access to restrooms?
No, I was only there for like a week or two.
So when you said I used to seek out Subways, it was a week or two while you were in Europe.
Yeah. That sounded fucking stupid there.
To give you guys an idea of what's going on right now.
Oh, yeah, because we probably sound a bit sloppy.
Yeah, we recently decided that we're going to get a little bit of...
We're in our new place. We're just our first recording in our new pad.
So we're still trying to dial it in. We're still trying to dial in the
little echoey.
Yeah, a little echoey here. We're trying to figure out where to record, how to make that happen. But also, there's a little bit of a package store. I've never seen a Taiwanese package store.
What?
That's the only Taiwanese package store I've ever seen.
Package store.
I don't know what they call them in where you're from, where you hail from.
A liquor store?
We call it a package store. Because it sells cigarettes, cigars, liquor, wine, beer.
Well, we just call them a liquor store.
Okay, we call it a packing.
Okay. A packy?
Package store.
Package store.
I don't know why.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know what you're talking about. I thought you jumped the rails.
I mentioned that earlier. Anyway, we bought a bunch of wine.
For some reason, when we decided, I thought it was because early in the week you said you and your girlfriend, like, we're going to get wine drunk this weekend. But it's funny, she didn't want to, but we're still doing that. So we bought 4 bottles of wine.
She's in our room right now just rapping to Chinese.
Yeah.
She's got to memorize something for some work event.
Singing Chinese rap.
That's a big thing here.
Chinese rap?
No.
Having to do crazy stuff for your work.
Yeah, your job will humiliate you, and it is completely acceptable.
Yeah.
Like, oh, a part of your job, we're gonna have a party, and you need to dance and sing.
Right.
You need to perform for us.
And also submit nudes.
That's a huge thing here. It really is. And,
Yeah.
and I remember
People
they would
get
make
so
me do
stressed.
it, and I'd be like, I don't want to fucking do this.
Yeah,
Part of my job is I have to sing for you.
write plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, we're getting off track.
We are. What were we talking about? Fast food. What was your 3?
I thought we were supposed to be talking about Ben, but
Ben likes fast food.
there we go. There's the leap. I will stretch. I'm going to have to say Subway because they're
Number 3.
Yeah, because they're
KFC's your number 2 then? You agree with
I would say I would agree with your number 2 because of you wouldn't think it, man, but they're
KFC's
fucking,
pretty ubiquitous.
they're slinging those fucking
Did I tell you the stories? I had a
Footlongs.
I had a
Subway slinging them footlongs.
I had a couple couch surfer couple stay with me. It was a German man and a French woman, and they used to live in Australia.
and they were on an airplane with only one parachute.
And they used to work in Australia, and they would put together the chicken coops for KFC.
No,
Yeah,
they put together the chicken coops for KFC.
yes. We had never talked about this.
No, I don't. I guess just because I never pictured humans doing that.
What do you mean? Who was doing that?
I really don't know.
They're enormous buildings that store like 50,000 chickens.
Right,
each.
that's why I didn't figure that it was just like, oh hey, we're just a
They
couple.
were running the electricity and setting up the.
That sounds crazy to me. It seemed like there'd be some massive company, another faceless company.
It was a big company. It was
Behind
a
the
Facebook company,
fucking
and they
chicken.
were hiring immigrants like illegally to like run it.
I see.
It's like in the middle of fucking nowhere, Australia. Like he showed me, like, it was literally just this, and then
Well, I've heard
miles and miles, like a gas station, miles and miles, nothing.
Well, I've heard of that. They've got one big one in the States too, and it's miles from anywhere because one, they don't want people fucking around it because it's terribly inhumane. The shit they do.
They
to
talked about that aspect of it. They said it was kind of fucked up, but it wasn't necessarily inhumane.
I was thinking about like the Purdue plant, actually.
Oh, the Purdue plant.
The Purdue plant.
No.
They cut off the chicken's feet and stuff, so they save room. They found they could stick more rows of chickens if they cut their feet off. But I think they're not doing that anymore because we know about that now.
I used to frequent Salvation Armies a lot, or like Savers, like secondhand clothing.
Right.
And I was putting together. I almost had an entire Purdue factory workers uniform.
Oh, you just infiltrate.
I was gonna. I will infiltrate. I'm not sure exactly what I would accomplish.
Yeah.
If you show up to a business dressed in a uniform, they just let you in.
And you say this might not work at the Purdue plant because they're so far from each other.
Imagine this.
But if you dressed up in a
Imagine this. You're wearing a McDonald's hat, you got the McDonald's polo, you're McDonald's out. Walk into McDonald's, you go behind the counter, you like make burgers for a second, and then you just start trying to eat. as much McDonald's. It's like, nom.
well, I thought that guy worked here.
Like Cookie Monster of McDonald's.
Yeah, because if you went into that's the thing. I think if you were just dressed like that and you just walked right in, people would be like, oh, and all you have to say was, oh, didn't the district manager tell you, like,
I'm here to cover.
If I'm here, they sent me over here to cover for somebody. I mean, they just told me to show up. I bet you could get away with it for a few minutes, enough to at least get some fries in your pocket. But then you get arrested for stealing fries. That's the dumbest
Are
thing.
they going to arrest you for stealing fries?
I don't know.
How much McDonald's will you have to steal before the police are called?
I don't know. Maybe the idea that you're impersonating an officer of McDonald's. And they put. We used to sneak into Arby's and make sandwiches, and we just weren't allowed to eat the beef because they weighed the beef. We had friends that worked years ago.
Oh, okay.
That
You're
worked.
an inside man.
Yeah, but it was funny because when they went in, it would set the alarm off
What
for
are
a
you
second.
making at Arby's if you're not eating the beef?
Market fresh sandwiches, man.
Is that turkey or something?
Yeah, turkey, ham. We're making giant market fresh sandwiches in the middle of the night at Arby's.
Their curly fries are good.
Yeah.
You had access to all the machinery?
I don't think we didn't fry anything because they clean everything up. But like the meats, the deli meats and everything, that were easy access to that and the bread. And we just made some sandwiches and big old deli sandwiches, big old market freshes.
That's the interest that Ben has.
Market fresh.
He likes the deli meat.
Yeah, I like Arby's.
I remember one time we came home.
I actually had a dream about. I went to Arby's the other night. I forgot about.
I went with him. One time, and it was the first time he'd ever been there. We ate our meal, and he was like, "I'm disappointed. I thought Arby's was good."
I like Arby's.
I like it too, but I think he had like built it up in his head.
Cheese sticks. Where can you go and get cheese sticks?
We had come back from some like camping excursion, and we got back and we ate Arby's, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not into this." Well, I mean, it reminds me of one time we came home from school together. We got off the bus and we went to the hot side. I made myself a sandwich. And I don't know if I just went with it or I was just tired from school. I don't know. I got all the bread out. I took the mayonnaise and the mustard and I made...
Right, sandwich shit.
I made myself a sandwich.
Yeah.
And he said, "Hey man, why are you eating my sandwich?" And I gave him the sandwich.
You got fooled. How did you get fooled? That easy. That was clearly your sandwich. You did all this work, did all the steps.
And he made fun of me forever because of that.
As one should.
He's like, "What the fuck? Why did you give me this?" He's like, he tried to eat it before I would realize.
Hey, why you eat my sandwich? Oh shit, here.
Oh shit, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. So you got Arby, the guy, that's where that guy worked that we started to talk about a little bit ago. There's a guy, a janitor at a mall, and he was a little touched. And
Crazy?
it was just a little something up with him. And he was the janitor, and then he somehow went from being the janitor to working at the Arby's in the food court.
He was a manager at a mall.
No, it wasn't the manager. Did I say manager? Did I even say manager?
Oh, janitor.
Janitor.
He was a janitor at a mall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he replaced the guy that got fired because we kept catching him piss in the back hallways.
Who was catching him?
Me and our buddy, and our friends that worked at the...
She's taking pisses in the hallway?
Yeah, it stunk up the back. You know those like the back, like the ones that run behind all the stores?
Yeah.
Well, that's, it's like, because some people go into work that way through the back of the store, and
So as not to break the illusion of the Yankee Candle employee.
right, who just lives there in the smelly world of Yankee until the South.
Rises again and reclaims the candle shop.
Yeah. Anyway,
Imagine if... Anyway.
that was like an undercover like seed operation.
for the South?
Would they be the South?
The Yankee Candle.
Right. Anyway,
I was called a Yankee with no funny business about it. Like, someone called me a Yankee, like, out of hate. Because I'm from the North.
right.
And we won.
So you got reverse racism.
Well, a Yankee's not a race, but it's like people who live in the North.
Yeah.
Anyway. You cut this man pissing.
Yeah, if they were someone was peeing back. We couldn't figure out what it was at first. We're like, it stinks awful back here. And we finally found in this corner this big nasty stain, and it was like wet. And we're like, what is that? And we're like, is that piss? So we started watching. Anyway, he was back. We caught him going back there pissing. We're like, that's that guy going back there peeing. So we took disposable cameras. Remember those? Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a terrible version of it.
Okay, why are we doing this? Anyway, we saw him go back to take a piss. We hopped around the corner and took pictures of him as fast as we could taking a piss. Then we developed them because we worked at the camera store. And we showed them to the mall management. We're like, this dude's, look, we caught him. He's been pissing back there. Because we reported it once and they were like, nobody's peeing back there.
And Arby's tried to show him, like, sandwich art based on it, but they couldn't. The mall police were like, you better get those camera boys involved.
Yeah. So anyway, we took the pictures and they were great. They were just like the face you'd expect of a man caught pissing in the corner of a back mall.
This sandwich illustrates the man who was peeing in the corner.
Well, I don't listen. That looks like marbled rye to me.
That means nothing to us. You're our mall security.
Yeah. Those guys took themselves way too serious.
What are you going to do if you're the security in a mall?
Well, anyway, he got fired and they hired this guy.
Okay, this guy you're talking about.
Yeah. And speaking of mall security, I thought we were going to get fired one time because we made these cookies that looked like poop. And we took them out. Yeah, we'll refill on some wine. Oh, no.
You picked up an empty bottle?
No. That fucking cork that broke off is like blocking the way.
Just push it in.
I can't. My finger's not long enough.
Let me get it. Mine are.
Shit.
Let me see.
I got it.
You did?
It's going back into the same spot. We got to get some of the wine out of there and then it will be fine. It keeps floating back up and blocking. No, you ain't going to stick your big first finger into that bottle. Don't get your fingers... Did you get it stuck in there?
No, it's good. My fingers aren't stuck. I hate fucking with the wine.
See? But it blocks it. Shit! Oh my god! That was dumb. You should have some white in there. Drink the rest of that
I
white.
didn't see it.
You yank.
It was invisible. All right, man. All right.
These are comically big glasses of wine.
Wait, are we considering to just crush 3 bottles of wine?
Yes, we are on a podcast until the sun comes up. We got to get a catalog going. Okay,
Let's bring people back into speed. There was a man at a mall. He was a bit touched. He was a janitor.
Yeah.
There was a guy before him that was fired because he was peeing in the halls. You caught him because he used disposable cameras because you worked at the hall. You worked at the camera store.
Yeah.
You caught the man peeing. You developed the photos. You showed mall security. Mall security takes themselves too seriously. This new man got hired. he was touched. That's where we are in the story.
Yeah, and he did a really good job, and then he applied at the Arby's, and Arby's hired him.
He went from mall security to Arby's?
No, he went from janitor to
Arby's, yeah.
to Arby's. Yeah, he moved up quick. He was ambitious, and he's like, I don't want to sweep the floors anymore. I want to work at this place.
I want to be slinging beef.
Yeah, but I went over there one day, and they had a sandwich, one of the chicken cordon bleu, and I walked over and I said, I'd never had it at Arby's, the chicken cordon bleu, and I said, I think I'll try that chicken cordon bleu.
You said to this man.
Yeah, and he just looks at me and goes, parlez-vous princesse? Parlez-vous princesse? Parlez-vous princesse? It went on uncomfortably long. I was like, he's broken.
Oh, no.
I was like, he just broke. And because at first I was like, yeah, but then I was like, oh my God. Like he said it like 9 times. Parlez-vous princesse? Parlez-vous. I was like, oh God. I didn't know. It got to the point where I got uncomfortable.
Parlez-vous Arby's?
Yeah. I was like,
Parlez-vous Arby's?
Parlez-vous français? He was trying to say français. It was parlez-vous. Anyway, that's all of the place that story went. Arby's.
Did you get the cordon bleu?
I did, and it was alright. It was decent. I wish I had a segue.
That's where that story went.
That was it. You can't trust me. Fuck you, Yank.
We were in an Uber the other day. I don't remember where we were going. It's not
Ooh,
important.
that's a rich one compared to the last one we had.
That one there?
Oh, that tastes like an oak tree. It's good. I mean, it's tasty.
It's nice, but it tastes like dirt.
It tastes like wood. It tastes like oak.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're in an Uber.
We were in an Uber the other day. We were going, I'm not sure where we were, but it was my girlfriend Wanting in the front, Nate and I in the back, and we started talking about which our favorite crab was.
Yeah. Yeah. So I said, what's your favorite crab?
And I started thinking, like, based on flavor.
Yeah.
I mean, soft shell crabs are pretty good. Blue shell crabs are good.
Yeah, and I was like, not to eat, not flavor, not based on flavor, but based on coolness.
Right.
Like, what's your favorite crab?
Your answer blew my mind. It was the Yeti crab.
Yeti crab.
Which lives next to those thermal vents.
I think. I'm not sure if they do. I thought they did at the time, but I looked up pictures of them. I was thinking about them. I was like, I like that crab. I want to look at them again. I think they might.
Okay.
Either they do or they don't. It's not going to change the story.
We were arguing about it.
Yeah.
And we were just sitting in an Uber talking about it. And it's funny because the driver, I think, was listening to us.
Yeah.
We had no idea if he could speak English or not. Usually I do ask them if they could speak English, just so I know if they're listening to us. And we were arguing about how would you cook a crab that lives near the thermal vents?
Yeah. It's like, how you going to cook it?
How are you going to cook that?
Because if you boil up a crab, but it lives next to thermal boiling water. So, I mean, how you going to cook it?
How are you going to cook it?
How you going to cook it? And then we had a great idea for a monster movie, is where you brought up a crab from the depths. And when it got to the surface where the pressure wasn't, it's like it grew to giant sizes and like destroyed cities because it was used to the ocean depths, when really it would just die or explode or something. I don't know what would happen.
It's not going to explode.
You don't think it'd explode? It didn't have all the pressure holding it in, so it'd just pop.
I mean, there's those whales. There are those whales that like their head freezes and it like makes them sink into the bottom of the
What? Their head freezes?
There's like a whale.
It does this willingly. It can freeze its own brain. Why aren't we researching that power? I saw they just took blood from teenagers and put it in old mice, and it made the old mice young again.
Teenage humans?
Yeah, they took teenage human blood.
Why are they giving
fucking
human
hipster
blood
and put it in old mice, and it made them young again? And now there's a whale that can freeze its head so it can sink to the bottom. These are magical powers. That's a magic science power.
Wait. Let's skip my shit and talk about your shit.
No! How's a whale willingly go, all right, I'll see you guys in a bit, and just freezes its head and
it's
sinks?
increasing the density of its not its brain, but it's increasing its density so it allows it to go lower than.
What did you say? Freeze? I thought you turned it into a big block of ice.
It swims low enough that the water gets cold and its head freezes and it goes real low.
Okay, God, Lord, man, what a weird place. What a weird planet. What weird shit. It's like that toad that all the little eggs live in its back.
Oh, I hate that.
I
don't like to look at that.
You're one of those? You got that thing.
I don't.
Well?
I mean, like, just that frog bothers me.
Really?
Like, I think it's friend of the show, Benny.
Uh-huh.
Benny! He doesn't like looking at like holes in like flesh.
Irregular holes. and
Yeah,
stuff.
irregular holes.
That's a disorder or a condition.
I mean, I don't like it.
I mean, it is what it is. But that whole thing was like, if you have this condition, because I looked up that frog recently, just once again to look at it, like my crab friend. And I was like, I want to look at that frog. And what it came up was like everything was based on, if you have this, then you're going to hate this toad, and it would show it. And people who have that are just, and it's like people who have that.
Just picture them going, no.
Yeah, like, oh.
Yeah, don't Google that, guys.
No, yeah, look at it. Unless you have the disorder where you don't like looking at holes.
Oh man, you know what I just remembered?
I think I have that thing about whenever I think about deep ocean depths, it makes me feel weird. I don't like it. The idea of being in the water with that chasming depth below you.
I can kind of understand that, but what's odd is I don't like that when it becomes to video games. If I'm in the deep ocean depths in a video game, freaks me the shit out.
There's whole games that are just that.
I don't like it.
I don't like them. I don't like it. I think we were talking about something.
Now, I know this podcast is in devotion to Big Meaty.
Ah, Big Meaty. I like when he would sling raps at us.
He has the most inappropriate of raps. But we do have some emails that were sent to us.
Yeah.
These have been sent by Kat, friend of the show.
Yeah.
Woman calls, well, what these are, we were sent headlines.
Yeah.
No articles, nothing, just headlines.
Which is what we want.
That's exactly what we want.
So we can speculate. We will stretch.
It's just we're just going to figure out what these are possibly about. It's conjecture-based podcasting, guys.
That wine's giving me heartburn.
I know, I'm having a hard time right now. That dirt one, I like the taste of it, but
we're almost done. We drink this, we're already 2/3 of the way through the bottle. Then we can drink a different one.
what's the last one?
I think it's a Le Iris Borg Fidel.
Borg Fidel. Resistance is futile.
You will enjoy this wine. Do not resist.
Do not.
I am Nate.
Borg futile.
I am Nate of wine. It's 2014.
So
It's got a flower on it.
I just remembered. We've been sent a bunch of headlines.
Right.
These came from Kat, friend of the show. Woman calls cops after man won't stop whistling Semisonic's closing time.
Wow. Was it just bringing back too many bad memories?
I remember when I used to work at Best Buy, we weren't allowed to tell customers that we were closing. We would close the doors, but anyone who was in the store, we couldn't tell them.
You'd play closing time?
So we would literally blast that on the...
That's what all bars used to do. I hated it all the time, dude. They would just play closing time and turn the house lights on.
That would drive you crazy? Because you're like, I get it.
Well, yeah, usually that, and the fact was like, oh man, I gotta leave. They're like, hey, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Right, yeah, for sure. I don't understand why we couldn't just tell them, hey, guys, we're trying to close up.
Well, most places announce it over the thing. Be like, attention customers, the store will be closing in 30 minutes.
And I'm happy.
Going down. Okay, so what did she say?
She calls cops.
Oh, yeah.
After a man wouldn't stop whistling it.
Why? Okay. At her? Like, aggressively? Or was he just whistling? You shut the fuck up. I'm calling the cops. You fucking yank. I'm calling the cops. You know we'll call you a yank from now on. Every new beginning's like some other beginning's end or something. Yeah, but okay.
How much did you have to whistle did you call the cops?
Was it like her neighbor? What was the location? Like, what's going on? Oh, so it's just this headline.
After man won't stop whistling.
So if it's
someone she has to be around, she must have to have been around him.
Yeah. So I mean, like if we're sitting here, like we've got neighbors that like play the piano and sing and stuff. If it would be like, which is fine. That dog over there goes on some crazy barking fits for hours.
There's a goddamn Frankenstein. We're in a new place right now,
dude. That's the best thing that the way you put that. That's totally perfect. It is exactly like there's a goddamn Frankenstein around.
We live in a new neighborhood. We just recently moved in. We've been here about a month. There's a Frankenstein who lives near us. It's just a guy who's having a hard time.
Yeah, people aren't opposed to just making crazy noises. The other morning, it was like 7 o'clock in the morning, and somebody outside just starts going.
That's what it's like. It's not. Yeah, the Frankenstein noises I made sound like the guy who's kind of mentally handicapped. It's more like that.
Yeah, and it was doing that, and I was like, the thought I had was, oh my god, please fucking stop that. And if you can't stop that, then you need to go get help. Like, you either need to quit making that fucking noise, or you need to get help to quit making that noise, because that doesn't sound good. There's no reason you should be doing that. Dude, it went on, I'm not exaggerating at all, it went on for close to 20 minutes. And I was like, oh my God, stop it or get help. Well, when we first moved here, I think we were looking at
We were walking across the street.
you were walking, like I stayed there and you walked down because we heard this crazy buzzing noise and we didn't know, we thought it sounded like an electrical short or something. I was like, is that down at the end of that street? So like you walk down the block to investigate and you get about halfway there and we hear just something go, bleh! And you like look back at me and I fucking lost it. And then I'm gut laughing on the street for 10 minutes till you get back. People are like, what's with this guy? This is just a crazy, yeah.
That's where we live now. There's a Frankenstein well, more updates as events warrant.
Yeah.
Thanos creator, again, another article from Cap. Thanos creator, Jim Starlin, the guy, the comic, the villain, Thanos.
Hands of Fate.
Yep. Thanos creator, Jim Starlin, hurt in Soda Stream accident. Soda Stream being the, like, do-it-yourself at home soda creation kit.
Which, who's doing that?
No, I had a friend who did it. It's pretty legit because it's way cheaper. It's way cheaper than buying Coke.
To make your own pop at home.
You make your own pop, and it's super cheap.
Does it taste good or does it taste like Big K?
Can we blow out these candles?
I guess, are they bothering you?
They're making me nervous.
But that other places when we sitting here and the place is going to stink like blown out candles.
What are we doing, man? We're sitting here drinking.
Yeah, why did you light all these candles? It's like a romantic, we got like 4 bottles of wine and a bunch of candles lit.
I was trying to create an ambiance.
But the lights are on.
It was my intention to turn them off. But then we set up a whole goddamn, like, blanket fortress to try to block the echo.
Yeah, we look like lunatics. We look like drunken lunatics right now.
We are drunken lunatics.
Getting there.
I'm blowing these candles out.
All right. Just going to... I don't like the smell of blown out candles.
That's my favorite part.
What?
You don't like that right now?
No, I don't like that. It
Just
just
makes me think of, like, birthdays.
not me. It makes me feel like, well, fun's over. Fire's out.
So he was hurt in a Soda Stream accident.
So what, did he I'm guessing he overpressurized it and
It's
it
got to
blew
be an
up.
overpressurization system, or that's a fancy way of saying he's been diagnosed with diabetes,
The accident was he drank too much pop.
and now he's got the Buddhist
Pop. The
Soda Stream accident has to be, because honestly, that's what it is. You put that thing on there, and it fills the liquid with, was it carbon?
carbonization.
Yeah. Bubbles, carbon monoxide,
No,
carbon dioxide,
carbonation.
carbonation. But what is carbonation?
Carbs it.
Adds extra carbohydrates.
Yeah.
He had to have overinflated it.
He had overcarbed it, blew it up. I'm guessing so. That's the only thing I can figure out. Because what else is going to go wrong with the thing?
It's funny if you've ever garnered any sort of fame, like we haven't, but like, hosts of the Royal We injured in reindeer accident.
Right. Nobody'd be surprised.
Thanos creator injured in Soda Stream accident. Like, what if...
Yeah, I just find it interesting that somebody has one of those. But to me, it's like finding out somebody owns a Rotato. It's like, all right, I don't know how to take you now.
That's one of those things that peels a potato by spinning it.
It's pretty entertaining, I guess. But my thing is, she bought this huge machine just to peel a potato. Peeling potatoes is not hard. I think that was a sentence.
Peeling potatoes, it's not hard.
It's not hard. Potatoes, wow. But I guess the thing is you can peel the peel away, and the thing is I think you can set it to where it'll spin them off and you can make like curly fries and stuff. So then I think that it has another use. I just thought of that.
Peel the peel away.
It peels the peel away, the wrapper, the potato wrapper, and then...
Here, potato, we say, peel the potato, don't eat the skin. Hey, folks at home, we have this wrapper on the potato. You don't want it. You can't eat it. Don't want it. Put it in the water. Peel the potato. We got a knife. Spin it. Make it happen.
Peel it away. Rotato.
Rotate it.
I bet we get sponsored by that shit.
This episode brought to you by
Rotato.
And wine.
And wine. And my wine.
Spinning potato dreams. Several soda streams. And my wine.
Taking out nude loans in the Chinese land. Fishes freezing their brains in my wine.
Golden strands of robe, wine lands, tissue, microphones,
what?
Wallpaper strands, and my wine.
And my wine.
See, I'm not even trying to do a Bob Dylan. And Bob Dylan. I can't do it. That's what
Bob Dylan.
That was
Happy birthday, Mr. Dylan. Happy birthday, Bob Bobby boy.
Would you eat the sun if it was made of spare ribs?
Oh no, we're not going there. We got to reel it in, dude. We got to reel it in because we're getting drunk and it's going to go. We're just going to be.
This podcast is supposed to be for band.
We've just spent a minute singing and talking about a rotato.
This podcast is supposed to be about band.
Band. And my line. We still got a whole other bottle to go, man. We're going to be blitz. This will be great.
It's already open, and we fucked
Yeah,
the cork.
we already opened it. We got to drink it. Whew. Tomorrow's going to be a sleep-in day, you think? Everybody jam.
One thing, and I scheduled haircuts tomorrow.
Oh no! Why didn't you schedule me one?
You want one?
Yeah, let's go get hungover haircuts. I don't give a fuck. Fucking cut it off so I can go back to sleep. What time?
5.
Oh, that's perfect. That's a good wake up time. My face squeaked.
I can squeak my eyes, and it weirded the shit out of one thing.
I've not even seen you do it, and that's weirded me out.
Can I
too.
get it on mic?
Get in close.
I'm gonna get it on mic.
Get in and squeak your eyes, dude. Yeah, quit that. Quit. Dude, you're gonna fuck your face up.
That's what she said. It doesn't hurt. It feels good.
Your eyes are all glassy and weird looking now. That's your body telling you, hey, don't squeak me. Remember when I ripped my eyes open?
That's what you were doing?
Similar. I wasn't trying to squeak them. I was just rubbing them and my fucking eyeball
I'm just pushing like the membrane between.
You're going to regret that stuff when you're old. You're going to get 20 years from now, your eye, for some reason, you're going to be like, God, my fucking eyelids are sagging down in my face and they look fucking weird and I can't see and I don't know why. And you'll be like, back when I used to squeak my eyes.
We'll listen back to this episode.
Yeah.
Back to Bensode.
It'll be like, well, that's what did it. Squeaked my eyes too much and my flesh sags everywhere. I can barely, I'm like one of them wrinkly old dogs.
Here's another headline. Police. Women. Let me try again.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're not making, okay.
Police.
Police women?
No. Police, : Woman tried to use pizza as ID to enter town bar.
Yeah, I think John sent us this. Yeah.
What is she doing?
I don't know. I don't really know. I remember reading through it.
I imagine maybe it was a bribe. A bribe attempt.
I think she was so drunk that she tried to present pizza to get into the bar, and they said no, and then she got flipped out and went apeshit about it. And
Here
they
we
were
go.
like,
Here we
she
go.
tried to give us pizza.
Here we go. You're the woman.
Okay.
I'm the bouncer.
Okay.
ID, please.
What?
You like to come in?
What's up? Claire's already in there.
I'm going to have to see your ID, ma'am.
You're looking at it.
No, ma'am. I need to see identification. Government issued identification.
Here's my face. It looks exactly the same.
But I don't know.
It's exactly the same.
I don't know your age.
I don't know. How old are you?
27. 20 doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense at all.
Wait, could you be a bouncer at a bar if you're 20?
Yeah, probably.
They can pose in, like-
yeah, because you're not drinking. I mean, if you're just a big dude, they won't let you drink. But I guess you could be.
Imagine how miserable of a job that is. You're just dealing with drunk people all day. And you're the strong dude at the bar.
Yeah.
Imagine people just try to fight you just because you're the strong dude.
This again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's some pizza. I don't know why I tried to go back.
Here's the pizza.
Here's some pizza. I'm at a bar.
All right. Do you like what you see? Do you want to touch what you see?
Are you the bouncer still?
Do you want to fuck me?
Oh, Samurai Cop. We just recently watched Samurai Cop, and if you've not seen that,
Stop.
just turn this off and
Turn
go
this
watch
off.
it. And then come back.
Go to YouTube. No, I don't think you can watch it on YouTube. It might not be on YouTube. If you just Google Samurai Cop streaming, oh my God.
It's worth it. If you like bad movies, it's one of the best I've ever seen.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievably bad. And funny bad. Anyway, we also watched Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield Earth is an interesting movie. So
You're
Nate,
going to try and defend it.
Nate and I love bad movies. Battlefield Earth is a bad movie, but I do not think it was a bad script.
Right, we had that conversation because it was based on L. Ron Hubbard's book that was so big when it was the unabridged version was so large that it initially could not be bound.
I do not think that movie cannot be made in a entertaining way.
Right, it was just made. There's a bunch of people who had way too much money, and they're all a
I
part
don't think
of.
that's the issue. I don't think it's the issue that there was too much money involved.
No. You didn't let me finish. They had no. They didn't mean too much. They had too much money, but it just mean that they can fund anything pretty kind of for that they wanted to do. Because it's got effects. It's got they do a lot of stuff. But it was shown. It was directed by a
Scientologist?
no. Remember we saw it was the director used to be the set director.
Oh, set designer.
Set designer, and you could tell that a set designer directed the movie because they didn't know the set direction was one thing and it was directed so incompetently. All those Dutch angles, all those weird angles, and the fucking. But then, but everything, it was so hard to watch. And those weird wipe,
Let's back up.
Star Wars wipe on every cut.
If you aren't familiar with it, The Battlefield Earth is a movie. It's a bad movie.
Yeah.
Starring John Travolta and Forrest Whitaker and
Barry Pepper.
Oh my God. And it's a movie in which, cut to 1,000 years in the future.
1,000 years.
1,000 years in the future, aliens have taken over the planet.
And they're called Cyclos.
And they've enslaved the human race.
Those that they haven't wiped out. They showed up and our planet.
Just annihilated everyone.
In 8 minutes, they annihilated the entire planet,
Right. So then the movie is surrounded by Barry Pepper, who's a human, and he's trying to raise a resistance against these aliens. But the lead alien is a very Michael Scott-esque character played by John Travolta. And his second in command is Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
And they're incompetent, and it's very odd. But it's played super straight.
And so over the top.
His acting choices, at one point he thinks the humans like to eat rats, and he puts a rat in Barry Pepper's face and yells,
"Do you want lunch?" Because his emphasis is on "want lunch."
It's insane.
Yeah.
The movie is
want
insane.
lunch?
The movie is terrible. But the thing is, and it might have been the beer that we were drinking while we watched it, talking, but I do not think that movie had to be bad.
It could definitely have been way better.
Samurai Cop, bad movie, bad script, bad.
Right. The dialogue is just written poorly.
Battlefield Earth.
It was written by an Armenian who wanted to make an American action movie.
Sure. Yeah. So check out Samurai Cop. Samurai Cop infinitely more entertaining than Battlefield Earth.
Yeah.
Battlefield Earth entertaining the first 2 acts. Then you just want it to end.
Yeah. But then they have the whole thing where they fly airplanes. The cavemen get smart.
Oh my God.
This is what we're doing. We're sitting there describing Battlefield Earth. We've gone off the rails.
Good luck, Server Nate. Hey, Server Nate.
Yeah.
You got your
I know, I gotta edit this nonsense.
You
Try and
got
turn
your
it into-
work cut out for you.
The thing is that we always joke about this and be like, what if I don't edit it at all? And people be like, what the fuck did they leave in there? Or did he take out? What did he take out?
Yeah.
Oh, I got something I saw where Canadian police officers, this is just a touch and go. This isn't a whole spend of time on the topic, but it's crazy. Police officers in Canada are threaten the people they arrest if they act unruly. They force them to listen to Nickelback as a part of the punishment. And apparently it's had positive results that people are like, all right, I'll settle down. Don't let me listen to Nickelback.
I don't get that.
I imagine, but see, in my mind, you think that people would be like, the people going nuts seem to be, I don't know, maybe I'm typecasting here.
Nickelback fans?
Or Nickelback fans.
I don't get it, man, because you know what?
Are they the band that's like, look at that photograph? Is that Nickelback?
Yeah, but that's also Pearl Jam or...
Well, see, Pearl Jam, you don't get me, I'll defend Pearl Jam.
What's that? Lips of an Angel. What's that? Hinder?
I don't know. All those people used to say like
the same.
But Eddie, I would defend Pearl Jam because they were the first ones that's it all fucking. Yes, I get it.
Sure.
Because everybody just figured that out. I can sing like Neil.
I like Nickelback.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the problem. I don't understand why they get hate. I don't have any love for them, but I just don't get it. Do you hate Nickelback?
I guess I don't like that. Everything I've heard, I just don't like. It just sounds.
Some of it's all right,
but it's that regurgitated just pop nonsense where they just found the sound because they knew it would work and they just crank out nonsense. I don't know, man. I'm almost more against it just on a.
Man convicted of using Cheetos to try and burn down ex's home.
What?
Man?
Yeah, I heard you. But
convicted of using Cheetos.
Well, they are a good fuel source.
That's high in calories.
And they're oily and they burn. So I'm guessing he placed them under something. See,
if you just take a Cheeto and you will put a flame under it, it'll burn?
Oh, yeah. Potato chip, lots of they're good fuel sources. If you get stuck somewhere and you need some initial tinder, you could sacrifice like a potato chip or a Cheeto or something. They'll burn. It's enough to start a fire. I mean, you have to have the initial flame, but say you don't need to make a bunch of tinder, like you know what I mean?
You know, dry grass or something.
Right. You can use some potato chips and then they'll burn long enough to catch the wood on fire because of the oil and So what's funny is they just skip to that. Well, the thing was the guy tried to burn down this lady's house and he started the fire with Cheetos, and of course that's what
he wasn't convicted of using Cheetos to burn it.
Right. He was convicted of arson.
Yeah.
The fact that he used Cheetos is a side point, but that's what's selling the headlines, man. Nobody gives a shit of man convicted of arson. Man convicted of using Cheetos
for arson.
What's it mean? My children eats Cheetos, says Baron Von Cheese. Oh.
I mean, in arson news, Cecil County woman sets home on fire using a lighter to see under couch.
Yeah. But it's like when we watched that video, that guy burned down that whole apartment building.
Oh my God.
He was just like, he handled that in the dumbest way.
How did the fire ultimately start? I can't remember.
I don't know, he was fucking around with something, and it caught, so he was purposely catching something on fire, and then
And then it got a hand.
Yeah, it was a webcam thing that we were watching, and this guy burnt down an entire apartment. You can find it online. He ended up burning down the entire apartment.
He was vaping, or he was smoking something, or...
He's doing something, and he eventually, it started a little fire, and every way to put out a fire, I guess that you take for granted, at least I do. For some reason, I've known my whole life, how you should put out different types of fires. I don't know why.
Chemical fire.
Chemical fire? What do you mean?
How do you put it out?
What type of chemical? Probably you just smother it.
Sodium.
A sodium fire?
How do you put it out?
A salt fire.
Okay.
You throw a blanket on it.
Grease fire.
Once again, you just brew out the heat, you smother it. You have to throw something on it to smother it. Never put water on it. Don't put water on a chemical fire. You don't put water on a
Electrical
grease fire.
fire.
I don't know about that one, to be honest. Probably stay the fuck away from it.
Wood fire.
When in doubt, throw a fucking blanket on it. I don't know about an electrical fire. The thing with an electrical fire is if the electricity's still flowing, you're not going to be able to stop it. And if you throw a blanket on it, it's just going to burst into flames.
Is a blanket the ultimate? Is the ultimate
Yeah.
opponent to fire?
Always have your towel, like Hitchhiker's Guide. A smothering a fire is one of the best ways, because you don't always want to throw water on it. You don't want to throw water on an electrical fire.
A grease fire, that'll just make it worse.
Yeah, you don't never throw water on a grease fire, or probably a chemical fire for the most part. Throw something like sand, or I know everybody has a bucket of sand or
Baking soda,
but that's why you'd use one of those solids, like the extinguishers that blow just the powder, But yeah, but that guy was fanning it. He just kept blowing on it. That's what you don't do. That's what initially
he would put a blanket. He put a blanket on it, but then he would remove the blanket.
He wouldn't leave it.
Yeah.
He would just hit it, and then he would pull it off real quick, which would basically fan the fire.
Yeah.
And it just kept getting bigger and bigger, and then he didn't know what to do, and it finally spread to all this shit that it was.
And his apartment was full of boxes.
Yeah, and at one point, you see it hit that point where you're it's uncontrollable. You got to get out. He wasn't, and he went and got water at one point, but got a
Zippo tricks. I think
he got he went and got a glass of water, and it was already so far. It was
it was like a pan, but
yeah, but it was the whole fucking table and floor was on fire, and he throws a small amount of water on it.
the thing is, he took too long to get the water. That was okay when he left.
That's true. He left, and the fire, you watch the fire double in size while he's off screen.
And then he put a blanket on it, and he should have just left the blanket on it. He took the blanket off. We're talking about a man. Google it, guys. Google man burns down his apartment building.
We're talking about a man.
We're talking about a man here. Woman paid $700 for hairless cat who later sprouted fur.
Fuck him. That's why you don't buy cats online. Because you can shave a cat. God help you, but you can make a cat lose its hair, sell it as a hairless cat, get your money, walk away, hair grows cat back. Cat grows hair back.
Cat grows hair back. That's Engelbert Humperdinck's.
Cat grows hair grows cat back. We don't know. Maybe
people buying
we don't know how stuff works.
People are buying cats for $700.
Yeah, if they think it's a pure Mexican hairless. There's such a thing as a Mexican hairless. I think it's a cat.
There's a Mexican hairless.
I think it's called the Mexican hairless. Mexican heiress.
You're paying $700 for a cat.
Yeah, joke's on you. I'm not approving it. I'm not endorsing it, but it's a thing. People pay way more than that for dogs. People pay thousands of dollars for purebred dogs, which once again I don't understand.
What kind of work are you doing to assure? I mean, okay.
You make some fake documents. You say, hey, here's the cat, no hair on it. Here's a document that says it's a purebred thing, and somebody's just taking it at face value. Oh, okay, that's good enough for me. You give them the money, you go home, the cat sprouts hair again. It's just some fucking alley cat, and now you're out $750. Some guy's using that money, lay on the beats and drink samosas.
You're sedating these cats.
You think? I bet you use a chemical fire. A chemical. You probably use you may well give it some kind of medicine. You maybe give it something that's makes its hair fall out.
You have chemotherapy.
Yeah. God almighty. That's what you do selling it for $750. You got to put your cat in the fucking radiation machine. That's not how chemotherapy works. That's not how it works at all.
That's a perfect crime.
Yeah.
The perfect crime.
The perfect crime. I sell hairy cats as hairless cats. It is a good crime. But the thing is, you'd have to be online. You'd have to you'd have to bring the cat to them. There'd have to be no way to trace it back to you. You'd be making a lot of online personas. That'd be a lot of busy work, if you know what I mean, because people would track you down. You'd have to make new ones.
Right.
And if you did it long enough in the same area, people would catch on. I think you'd have to move.
You have to be held unaccountable for these hairless cats.
Yeah. So you have to do the whole thing. You get away with so many in one town. It's like being a serial killer. You have to get away with so many in one town, and then you got to move. You got to pack up and move to fulfill your inner urge to sell hairless cats on the unsuspecting populace.
How many people are trying to buy hairless cats, though?
Oh, lots of them. Dude, there's how many people? 7 billion and something people in the world? There's enough people out there wanting one specific thing that if you can find them and you can provide it, that you can make a living for the rest of your life, at least, providing those people with the thing they want. Because there's so many people. There's more people than ideas. I think there's more, given that's an idea that I just put out there, so I might be stepping on my own feet.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there's probably more people than there are ideas.
Yeah?
Because some people are having the same ideas. There's more people than ideas.
But there's more than one person having more than ideas.
What now?
There's one person having, like, many ideas.
But there's a bunch of people having the same ideas. There's more people than there are ideas.
This podcast is from Ben.
Hey, Ben, you got any more ideas?
How about... Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
This podcast is brought to you by Red Wine Nitrates.
Mm-hmm. Is it nitrates?
Is it going to say on this bottle of wine?
Sulfites.
Is this sulfites?
Yep, and sorbic acid. This one's got two on it. Contains sulfites and sorbic acid.
That's the one that's still got wine in it?
That's a full bottle, man. That's what we're getting ready to tackle. We're almost done with this one.
Holy shit.
No, that's the not wine talking. Get some energy.
Come on, man. Just get some energy, man.
Scan him in.
Just get some energy. This happened in Boston.
Okay.
In like the
Speak up.
This happened in Boston. I want to say the
20s, 10s.
It might have been 20s. I don't have a lot of news about it. I understand the physics behind it. I don't know a lot about it. You're the expert.
Oh, I think I know what you're going to say.
What is it?
The Boston molasses tsunami.
It was Boston.
Yeah.
It was Boston. Molasses tsunami. Recently, there's been a physics breakthrough.
Yeah.
Where the men were on it. They were doing the math. They were crunching the numbers.
Yep. Top men
doing top
women,
math.
Top men and women.
Sure, of course.
Top physicists.
Physicists.
Because there's nothing else for them to do. Initially, when I read that, I'm like, really? This is what we're doing? And maybe they've not graduated to like other stuff.
Past molasses math.
Yeah. Molasses gate. But because I'm like, this is what you're spinning. Okay. It's cool. You know, I'm glad they figured some of that. They still haven't figured all of it out.
There was a disaster where a molasses tank exploded.
Yeah.
I heard about this when I was in like 5th grade.
The thing they're not really sure about is why it exploded. They still don't know why.
Why the tank burst?
Yeah, they're not really sure.
Oh, it was a complete fluke.
Yeah, they just don't know. They don't know why. The tank exploded. A literal wave of molasses just burst out of this building, and it's still hot because they've had it up. It was shipped at a hot temperature, and they put it into the vat and kept it at this hot temperature. So when it burst out, I think something to do with like how it was cooling, it spread in this crazy way, like super fast. It was going like 30 miles an hour. We were going like 30 miles an hour, this molasses, destroying the town, just like a tidal wave, just blasting through everything.
That would be the worst.
And people were like, what is this, water? And they're like, no, molasses it is.
Imagine if you went downstairs right now, and it was just
molasses.
3 feet of molasses.
Yeah, and the thing was, it burst out.
Everyone, wherever you are at home right now, imagine you leave your home and there's just 3 feet of molasses. Imagine you wouldn't go drive a car. A car isn't made to
that's what made it so crazy. Is it burst out as this liquid and traveled at this crazy speed, just destroyed everything in like a big area, and then just immediately, because of the cold Boston winter, it just hardened up, which made rescue efforts like close to impossible.
People died?
Yeah, and it just because they got stuck in it and they were trying to get in it, and people they're literally walking in molasses. You're trying to go save people.
Imagine that
being gooified. You're like, what is happening?
You wake up one day covered in molasses.
No, you don't wake up one day covered in molasses.
People died,
but but they're not waking up.
Suffocated in their sleep.
Yeah, but what do you mean? Oh, you mean they woke? Okay, I was like, you don't wake up one day like you're doing something and shit happens.
Oh no, your brain like triggers on like, buddy, we have a situation. We can't.
Imagine you would hear it coming. Molasses.
Molasses is ready.
Molasses. Kick ass, molasses. Yeah, but
you wake up in a panic.
And
you
you're
can't breathe.
Stuck in molasses. yeah, you're fucked. If you were sitting down and that knocked you underneath it, probably before you can get out of it, man, it's hardened up.
That'd be terrifying.
It would be terrifying. And what a way to go.
Like, what is this?
If there's an afterlife out there somewhere, there's a bunch of motherfuckers staring around being like, that's how we went. What happened to you? Molasses. Got all of us. There's like 30 of us. I don't know.
Oh, those molasses boys.
Think they're so hot.
Don't get them started on that.
Yeah.
They died because of molasses.
Oh, you got shot, huh? Well, I woke up covered in molasses.
And now I talk like this.
Well, it was the 19 aughts.
Gorvital.
Did you mean to say Gorbachev?
Gorvital.
Oh, Gorvidal? Gorbachev. Master Gorvidal, tear down this molasses. I have no clue what we're talking about right now. I have no idea what we're talking about.
Are we too drunk to podcast?
I'm not. I think you are. You keep spacing out and like making faces at me and stuff. Like right now.
I've had a lot of wine. Mm-hmm. We drank 3 bottles.
We gotta drink. That other one's open, man.
I'm talking like Mickey Mouse.
You went, drink the wine.
Grapes, grape beer, grape alcohol, Chinese.
Why'd you just say Chinese?
What's really strange is because we're in a foreign country is when you meet someone whose English is stronger than their Chinese, we still want to speak Chinese to them.
Like I don't.
You did today.
Where?
When we went to the Indian restaurant. You kept all those waitresses and stuff. Their English was better than their Chinese. You kept saying shashia and yeah.
That's true. Yeah, it kicks in at weird times. What's like on Japan? Like that shit that it came to me that I can't think of here when I need it. They'll come up and be, and I'll be like shashia. You know, and I'm like, all right.
Which I imagine they probably know that shashia is
probably
thank you in Chinese. And they're like, fuck you, man.
But they're probably because they're probably thinking like, okay.
It's like if you said gracias to someone in America.
Or in Spain. Well, no.
Spain would be okay.
True. I was thinking
France or something? Portuguese or Portugal?
I just thought Mexicans lived in Mexico, which they do. But Spaniards live everywhere.
Look at this photograph. Nickelback. When I close my eyes, I almost fell asleep.
You need to cut it out. We gotta wrap it up. We gotta at least put an ending on it.
Okay.
Suck it in. Bring it in.
Okay, I'm gonna find Sober Sam.
You're not. He's on the
fritz. I'm gonna find Sober Sam.
He's not on the fritz. I was gonna say he's on the inside out. What's the
lamb?
Stranger Things? He's on the reverse. Upside down.
Upside down.
That was convoluted as fuck. This is what it must feel like if you got really drunk and then realized you had a job interview. No. I'm totally fine with taking.
Okay. Let's do that. Okay. So,
are you recording,
Mr. Carter? Mm-hmm. Thank you for joining us today. A couple final questions here. I know it's a little corny, and I apologize. This is a classic.
I like corn. I'll admit.
Classic interview question.
Yeah.
Here, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In your mom. No, we like to jest. Joust. I'm sorry. Listen, it was a long night, and I totally forgot I had this interview at the Chinese jousting. I said jesting a minute ago, and now it's jousting because I forgot that it was jousting. I forgot I was trying to get this job jousting, but I'm totally okay. In 5 years from now, I can see myself taking nude photographs from people who want to join the Jousting Alliance.
Let me interrupt you.
Loan company.
Let me interrupt you. I'm gonna pretend like that question wasn't answered. I'm not gonna take it against you. I understand.
Please don't take it against me.
Another classic interview question.
Yeah. Someone says, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Is it inappropriate to say, where you're sitting, fat boy?
If you say it that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's showing ambition out the walls. Being like, I will take your job, motherfucker. Hire me, I dare you. Do you want this job? Do you want a job? Do you want a job?
I'm going to be where you are, fat boy. That was a ballsy response. Especially if it's a woman interviewing you.
Yeah, and she's totally in shape.
I'm going to be where you are, fat boy.
Okay, you're clearly drunk.
I'm not going to take it against you. Let me go ahead.
You keep saying that.
I'm not going to take it.
Okay, don't take it against me. You don't have to take it against my word for it.
Here is another classic interview.
You think the butterfly in that song has a song that goes, LeVar Burton on the ground, I can hear all his sound. Take a look. There he is, LeVar Burton. I used to be a worm, but then I hatched, and now I am looking at Burton. Looking at Burton. There's LeVar Burton. There's LeVar Burton. And LeVar Burton.
Again, I'm going to pretend I'm not going to take it against you. Here's another classic interview question. You're in a tunnel.
I'm interviewing in a tunnel? I'm interviewing to be a tunnel.
Found yourself in a tunnel.
So I'm in a tunnel being interviewed.
And you drive yourself a truck.
You're in a tunnel and you drive yourself a truck. Truck tunnel.
The truck is stuck in the tunnel.
Is this a kid's book?
Using
deduction.
But a single finger. Mm-hmm. How do you get yourself out of the tunnel?
What? If someone asked me that, I'd be like, "What? Listen, am I making fucking copies at the copy store or not? Like, what do you want?
Do you want this job here at Kinko's?
Listen, if at any point we all find ourselves stuck in a tunnel and we have to use one finger to get ourselves out, I don't think this job fucking matters anymore.
If you use one finger. How do you get
Am I inside of the truck? I'm in a truck that is stuck in a tunnel.
In a tunnel.
Fucking Bela Lugosi. I don't know. I would finger my way out, just like I am out of this interview, ma'am. Ooh. I made myself feel dirty and a little aroused, but mostly dirty aroused.
All right, we'll call you. We'll be in touch.
We'll call it you?
We'll be in touch. Thank you.
Who's drunk here?
Thank you for your time.
Okay. Can I get some quarters? I need to make some copies. They still get quarters?
Can I get some quarters? Mr. Kinko's.
Hey there, Mr. Kinko's. Can I get some quarters, Mr. Kinko's?
This has been another episode of The Royal We.
God, Lord.
This is for Ben.
This is for Ben. Here you go, buddy.
I think we should try again.
We drink a lot. We drink a lot of booze, man. Like, I'm drunk. And we have another bottle to drink. I won't drink the rest of this.
Well, yeah, fill it up.
Yeah, listen to it.
I'm going to terrorize one thing.
Oh, it's going to do what that last one did.
There's wine in there?
I think. It's heavy. Oh, my finger about got stuck in there, Mrs. Kinko. I can't leave all these sexy things in.
These sexy things.
It's so bad.
These just real sexy things.
Oh no! I just got wine all over everything. Dude, you saw it explode.
I was looking here.
Fuck. Well, hand me some napkins, man. Don't just sit there like a rube, you fucking yank. All my clothes are going to have wine stains in them. That's not coming out. Red wine. That's what I get for wearing white pants like the Italians. Nobody should be wearing white pants.
You're wearing a wine-colored shirt, though.
I'm wearing a wine-collared shirt, but white pants. So one of them compensated. The wine was meant to go on the shirt, and the semen was supposed to go on the pants.
But, oh no!
Wine. Watch it flow. This is Jesus' drink of choice. Jesus said, "Hi, I'm Jesus, and I'm here to tell you about water."
So they make wine out of grapes.
No, they do the reverse of that. Jesus might do what you just said. You said they make wine. Oh, wait, I thought you said they turn wine into grapes.
No, I said they made wine out of grapes. Do they make wine out of peaches? What's blueberry wine? Do they make alcohol out of apples?
They make, I don't know what makes it a brandy. I've had blackberry brandy. Before, and it's super tasty.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's classified. I don't know
Peach schnapps.
There's peach schnapps. There's blackberry brandy.
Schnapps is the most fun of alcohols.
It's just fun to say, schnapps. It's easy to make you sick, man. There's like a fucking pound of sugar in it.
Peppermint schnapps.
Ugh, I'm not a big fan of peppermint stuff. Peppermint drinks.
Peppermint schnapps is unbelievably powerful.
I tried it once and it tasted like I should have been cleaning a stain off something.
It makes me think of that movie Little Nicky. That's what Satan drinks, is peppermint schnapps.
True. According to Little Nicky.
I'm from South. The deep South.
Oh my God.
So anyway, in summation.
God. Let's wrap that up.
This has been
what she said.
Another episode of The Royal We. I'm Sam.
I'm Nate.
Ben.
If you want to have your special episode dedicated to you, then
just request it.
Just be like, hey, here's some things that I found that sound crazy. Tweet them at us. Email them to us. And say, do it.
That's at RoyalWeCast or RoyalWeCast@gmail.com. It's a great way to get in contact with us. If you have things to say?
Yeah, email is a great way to contact other humans. Step on board the 1994 train.
Do you remember Gmail Wave? Remember the Gmail Wave?
No.
Was it Wave?
You got mail. Genitalia.
You got genitalia.
You've got... Thanks for reminding me. Everybody's got genitalia of some sort.
Yeah.
That was so uncertain, your little noise. That little noise you made. Okay. Baby Orca Sam says, about genitalia.
I would like to thank...
Wine. We need to wrap it. We gotta wrap it up.
Okay.
We gotta.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna be up all night editing this. It'll sound funny.
Give a message. Give a message right now to sober editing Nate.
Nate, if you've made it this far, buddy, good luck. I believe in you. Keep going. Somebody thought that was funny. Somebody across the street just laughed. Oh, it was a dog barking. That's not an American dog, Sam.
Oh my god.
That's not an American dog. I didn't understand his laughter. That dog thinks we're hilarious. We do this thing where we somehow just racistly think. We racistly think that all dogs are American. Because you look at a dog, you're like, look at that big American face on that dog. But that one just barked, and I didn't understand it. That's a Chinese dog. It barked, and I thought it was an American laugh. American human. That's what I'm going to put. That's my title. Nathan Carter. Title, American Human. Owner of such things as pants socks. Wishes.
Nathan Carter. American Human.
That sounds like Hulk Hogan's rap album. You know? I'm an American human. I live on Earth and I'm a man. American human. Lifting weights and getting real swole. Fucking my neighbor's wife on camera.
Was his name his wife?
Huh?
What now? This has been another episode of The Royal We. Thank you for listening. This episode has been dedicated to my baby brother, Ben. Thank you so much for supporting the podcast. I'm Sam.
And I'm American human.
This has been another episode of The Royal We. Thank you so much to my brother, Ben, for supporting the podcast. This episode has been dedicated to him. I am Sam.
I am American human. Nate. American human.
I'd like to thank Kishiba.
You're going down, Malibu.
This has been another episode of The Royal We.
I'm leaving all these in. There's going to be 8 exits. Outros. 8 exits. Like all of Kansas.
Thank you so much to Kishibashi for letting us use his album
151A.
intro / Pathos Pesos.
/Pesos. And we messed it all up so bad. You said let us use your album, and then you named the song, and then you fucked up the album by calling it Pesos.
Pesos.
That would be a good name. If I was in a mariachi band, I wouldn't be called the Pesos. Trace Pesos. There'd be 4 of us, and people are like, oh, what's that guy? And you'd be like, he's the plural. I will stretch Pesos.
This has been another episode of The Royal We. Thank you so much to my baby brother, Ben. He has graciously afforded us some more months of podcast hosting. Thank you so much, Ben.
Thanks, man.
I want to thank Kishibashi also for letting us borrow his intro song.
No.
Our intro song.
Yeah.
His song.
His song. He just has a song. And it's on an album.
Intro / Pathos.
That's the song. The album is 151A.
Thank you for listening to The Royal We. This is Sam.
I'm American human. It's not even funny to me anymore to say that. It was funny the first time. It was funny the first time we said it.
Just fuck you. Listeners. Okay. This has been... No.
Energy and talking to the mic, man. You're all over the room.
Okay.
Looking at the ceiling. A big part of it, you're looking at the ceiling. I'm going, future Nate, I told him.
This has been another episode of The Royal We. Thank you so much for listening. This has been an episode dedicated to my baby brother, Ben. If you would like an episode dedicated to you, just try to give us a good enough reason. You can email us at royalwecast@gmail.com. You know what? He emailed us. I'd like to thank Kishibashi for letting us use his song intro / Pathos off his album 151A.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kishibashi. You are a gem amongst Other gems.
Cole.
And Cole.
Don't go off the rails now, man. You finally nailed it. Wrap it the fuck up. Don't drink. Quit drinking. Wrap it up. You're in the final seconds and you stopped and went off the fucking rails to drink more Bell. Oh.
If you would like to send us some headlines, you can do so at Royal WeCast. That's Twitter. Or royalwecast@gmail.com. Please send us the headlines. Do not send us any articles. We will go ahead and do some conjecture based on that. Please like and subscribe. Facebook. Good night, Dad.